happening? Give me 1 second, guys. Go live here. Happening. How's everybody doing this morning? All right, we got 39 people here on YouTube. We got 1 person on Twitch. Thank you, Leotis, for being here. I appreciate it. We are also, believe it or not, on Kick. So if you guys are interested in going to follow me on Kick, feel free to follow me on Kick. We're going to be streaming to Kick as well. I hear that they have a good platform. It's not something to where people can really find you well, so you're going to have to bring people over to it, but we're live on that platform as well. Lewis says, "What's up, brother? I wanted to look up something really quick. We'll give people some time to get in here while I can actually change the thumbnail." Yeah, we'll do that. Do this one. That's a good one. All right, monetization, everything is good. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's see. Hi Matt, says John 316. Okay, let's get the likes going. Yes, definitely hit that like button as soon as you get in here. We got 11 likes, 39 people. We're here. Thank you, Lewis, for being here. Been hearing good things about AVAX. Have you? I invested into AVAX a while ago, but mainly it was just to buy Time Wonderland at the time. But I hear some good things about AVAX as well. It's not a bad project. It looks like one of the leaders, definitely when it comes to having some form of utility. You would think that AVAX would be one of those. Good to see you. Yeah, it's great to see everybody here. Um, why is XRP not moving? Well, the rest of the market um, kind of is moving a little bit. XRP, you're seeing it down 2%. XRP is still within that range where it seems, I wouldn't say normal, but I would say normal at the same time, right? It's been around this area for a while, and it hasn't really made like aggressive move, right? We've seen it up to about 56 cents, and then drop down, but it's been hovering around this level, kind of staying stable more, compared to a lot of other things that are out there. But if you look at the last 7 days, it's down 6% in the last 7 days. Afternoon, folks. Make sure to smash the like button as soon as you get in here. Yes, getting ready for work, but we'll listen as much as I can. I appreciate that. 2,000 to invest today. What's your pick long term? Like a few years. Well, I don't want anybody to make a decision. I just said this to somebody on Twitter. I don't want anybody to make a decision based off of what I say, right? My decision that I make is primarily my decision, right? It's not 100% my decision. I think there are some factors that go into it, but in any case, you should have no more than about 20% of an outside influence on what your decision is, because you should be looking at something based on what maybe another person said, but the point is that you're looking at it, you're not pulling the trigger. The reason why you pull the trigger is because of the research that you do in the end, not just because of what somebody else says. But some of my top positions that I have for crypto, and that would be long term, would be Jasmine, um, would be Ethereum, obviously. Um, Terra Luna Classic. I have ADA is a great play. I think long term, that's probably one of my more secure plays that I most most likely won't pull anything from. Um, so yeah, ADA is probably one of them, and seeing Ether and seeing Jasmine coin run, I would definitely take that, as well as CRO. CRO is a big play for me. But yeah, guys, if you have a second, I don't know how to share my I don't know how to share it on Kick. Is anybody on Kick? Anybody have Kick? It looks pretty cool. I like the dashboard. How do I share this? I guess I could share my profile, right? I don't even know how to do that, honestly. Oh, we got one viewer already over there. I appreciate you stopping by. I don't know if you came from YouTube or if you found me somehow. Um, but I'm trying to figure out a way to share this over to my YouTube because I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Put it on Elmo. I like Elmo as well. Somebody asked me on Twitter, well, I'm not really like posting a lot of things on Twitter. I want to post a lot more. But somebody asked me about my affiliation with Elmo and like what they paid me and all this other stuff and how I feel about the position. And um, when I said what I said was that yes, they did pay me in the beginning in Elmo in order to get a review going and understanding or just looking at the project. But everything else from there on out is something that I want to do because I I believe in the concept of it, and that concept can go a long way. And what they're doing, um, can't go unnoticed, right? All of these exchanges that they are, launching with a burn tax associated with it is something that you don't see with a lot of other projects that are out there, and they're kind of changing the game there. So I'm a huge fan of what they're doing. Have any lady? I don't. No, I reviewed it a couple of times, but I don't have it. Did Lunatics team ever get back to you and give you an update on Lunati? So they didn't really get back to me, like just me personally, but I have seen some things talking about what they should do because the goal of the ETH side of things was to kind of get the ball rolling and getting a little bit of capital in order to launch on some exchanges and get some more volume on the board. And I think that's where it was difficult. But I did see something where they're trying to figure out a way to launch on some of these exchanges because they have to pay for it. You have to pay for it in order to get launched on those exchanges, unless the exchanges think that it would be beneficial for them to hold whatever your cryptocurrency is. So I haven't gotten direct contact from them, but I have seen some things from Lunatics Token posted on Twitter, as well as other things that are out there that we're talking about. They're really looking into that side of things and getting launched on exchanges rather than just worried about DEX side or just utility. I feel like there's so much more. Your thoughts on Quant and H bar? I don't really have many thoughts on H bar. I think I've looked into it once or twice, but Quant is definitely a great play. I unfortunately had to sell my Quant just because I was trying to gather things together for you know I was trying to capture I think $11,000 or take out $10,000 or so. Um, so that was a portion of it because it was at a smaller amount, and I felt like the the reward would have been probably higher overall, but it was only 2. If I had more, then yes. If I bought somewhere I wanted to buy some at $40, then I would have had a bigger profit here, and it would have made sense for me to sell at some of these levels. But I still broke even actually on that quant because it was at a level that I invested at before, but I just wanted to get out of a lot of smaller positions, hold some of the bigger ones. So quant is definitely a great play. Big community behind it, a low supply. So yeah, Elmo only concern right now is low volume and low holder count. People think it's a rug trademark issue. Um, Probably. So yeah, I think the trademark issue is, well, they addressed that and said that there wouldn't be an issue, right? I'm a person that sees that, and yes, as you see things that get super popular, it could be something that may come up, but will it be a major issue? Most likely not, right? But um, the when it comes to volume, I feel like volume is getting there as they add more exchanges. Let me go ahead and like. Um, as they add more exchanges, let me make sure I'm showing this. I think so. Let's go back here. Bring this up on the screen. Uh, There we go. As they add more exchanges, as you go into Elmo, and yes, it's down by 5% today, you're seeing $849,000 worth of volume. This is more volume than you've seen, right? This is consistently. Right? You're looking at the markets, and you can see that you have, you know, an asterisk around the 300,000 that comes through CoinW. So you're looking at over $1 million in volume. Um, yeah. Yeah, you're looking at yeah, roughly, right, over $1 million in volume. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad thing. Um, and that's coming with more and more exchanges as you get tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 exchanges, you'll see more and more volume that goes into it. And right now you're seeing some selling pressure, and selling pressure means that you have burning that's going through for a lot of these exchanges. Now, is it happening right away to where you're seeing that burn? No, you're going to see that burn eventually when you have that kind of buyback and burn, because they give you the tax in a certain um, coin, whether it is an Elmo or they give it to you in USDT or something like that. So honestly, it's not a problem. I think what they're doing and launching on these exchanges is going to create more volume. I'm I'm not a um, or I'm not concerned about that portion at all. I just want to see them continue to add more exchanges and don't get comfortable with the exchanges that you have. If any coin asks you to make a video on it, would you accept the sponsorship? So no, it's not about. So there's a difference between sponsors and reviews, and I've made that clear that I will do reviews on a position, and I will tell them up front as they're doing that. I will say, look, I'm gonna do a review, meaning that if I find anything that's negative, and you know that you have something negative, I'm going to call it out. And that means that you paid someone to call out what's negative about your project. So I'm making sure I'm making that clear. With anything that does come as a negative, I'm going to call it out. And that's the thing with Elmo. Everything that I looked into, I did not find anything that was negative. The only thing I could say that was negative is the fact that you don't see transparency in their faces, like who they are and being doxxed. But you think about any meme position that gains popularity, any of those positions, you do not know who are who's leading the way besides Dogecoin, right? You know who's leading the way in Dogecoin, but everything else you don't know who's leading the way, and that's what makes it very interesting. But you want to make sure you have communication with those people. So hearing their voice, hearing the constant communication is better than not hearing anything at all. But you still have some people that are like, I can't see your face. I want to know who you are because if anything happens, I want to know who I go after, right? Not like physically like saying I'm gonna attack you or anything, but who I need to contact and take to court if something does happen. So Yeah, I think there's definitely a difference between sponsorships and reviews. And when people do reviews on certain things, they'll always say, "Oh, well, you know what? This is a paid review," and they'll point out all the positive things. But I want to let them know right up front, if I find anything that's negative, I'm going to call it out, and I want you to address it, right? Because it's going to be something that I think that is strong on the negative side. So you better find a way to either fix it, address it, have people understand where you're coming from with whatever that is. Then you go from there. Like, you know, most cases it's like the volume or um, sometimes lack of transparency and stuff like that. So yeah. Are you aware of are you aware about Redline Drifter and his repeg plan? No, I can't say that I am. Um, I'll have to get uh, get some information on that because it's been a while since I've done some heavier research, especially with the vacation that I had last week and the lack of time, kind of time that I have this week. I have 4 golf outings. I already played 2 of them. One yesterday that took pretty much the whole day. Luckily, I was able to record videos in the morning. Today, I played from 6 to about 10 in the morning, but then decided to go to the gym for the first time in I don't know 3 weeks or so. It's so difficult to get everything done, um, and I would love to be able to go to the gym constantly, but I can't. I'm forced to work out here in my garage gym, which just doesn't feel the same. I don't know why. Well, that's good. If I had a project, I would definitely sponsor you. I have no issues with being transparent. Yeah, again, that's what it's all about. It's about the transparency. I want to let people know the positives as well as the negatives. And I know people come to me and they'll go, "Why do you talk negatively about Lunic one day and then positively about it the next?" It's about what's happening and what I see as a negative and what I see as a positive. But if I was insanely negative about it, I wouldn't hold it, right? Um, and that's where, like, if I talk about, I don't know, Vault Inu, right? I'm not really the biggest fan of Vault Inu just because of the Inu, right? The kind of copy of what a meme coin is. You never know, or it's never going to get bigger than what Shiba Inu is because it is pure primarily just a copy in the name, right? May not be a copy in the function, but a copy in the name. It's never going to get as big as Shiba Inu. However, people are banking on it getting, up to some of these higher levels, right? Maybe hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, um, and doing some big things. But I'm not really a big fan of, projects like that. So anyways, I don't know where I was going. I don't want to take away from anybody that's a Vault Inu fan. It's not saying that you won't gain a profit from it. It's just saying I don't invest into it. Um, Elmo. Zach. How much Elmo do you have? I have 220. Let me make sure that I'm logged in really quick. Give me a second. Go plus full screen. And I did that. Actually, bring this over. Um, Let's see how much I have. Yeah, I have 220. Let me show you guys on this. I have 220 worth about $3,500. At the time of being given it, I think it was worth like $2,000. And now it's worth about 3,000. It was all the way up to about 5 or 6,000 at one point, and I think it can grow even more. Like I would love to see this completely succeed. And again, like when I look at Elmo, right? And I know people are probably like, I see so many other positions that are out there that can give me so much more promise. And I understand that. You may be bullish on other things. I understand that. Um, but what I'm saying is that what I see in this position is a true hyper deflationary project. While others are out there talking about they're hyper deflationary, while others are out there talking about they are just deflationary, they are not, right? Majority of that activity that they need have a burn tax or whatever will go through the DEX volume. Majority of the volume in crypto goes through CEXs. So if we see a lot of that volume that's going through CEXs, you need to have the burns happen on the CEXs. And that is what Elmo is doing. They have 4 exchanges right now. 4 exchanges to where majority of their volume, right? If they didn't have these exchanges, 73,000 would go through on the DEX side, which you probably have a small amount of that's selling. So you wouldn't have as much burning that's going through. So you want to see more and more burns, and the more burns you see, the lower the overall supply gets, the higher the price ceiling gets. It doesn't mean that the price gets that high. It just means the price ceiling gets that high. Right? If I'm looking at a $10 million market cap, it may be a 1 cent, 2 cent price or something at this current level. But if you see a $10 million market cap at a 10 million supply, that's $1. You see a $10 million market cap at a 1 million supply, that's $10. So as you're seeing time go on, you're going to see more and more burning and more price potential. That's why I'm very bullish on something like Elmo, even though it's not moving the right way today. And I think people aren't catching on because they're not fans of deflationary positions. They're fans of, Bitcoin, or they're fans of Ethereum, which they know, which maybe they don't know that that's a deflationary project as well, with the merge, or the change in systems there. So yeah, yeah, Superman is back. Lunk got Superman back full time. I don't know what you're talking about. I just completed 40K. Are you talking about kilometers? 40 kilometers? Or are you talking about you just invested 40K? Guys, if you have a chance to go and check out um my kick, feel free to check out my kick. I don't know how to share it. I'd love to share this. We got 2 viewers over here on kick. Stream preview, maybe. No, I can see the stream preview. Yeah, I don't know how to share it. Go back to channel. Here we go. There you go. I'll pin the message. So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to go and check it out. I'll start adding it to my details, to my YouTube details, so that people can join me over there, because I would like to stream more, and I would like to stream to multiple platforms, as well as just streaming to Twitch and Kick. And doing a stream over there, um, not only just to YouTube. Maybe I can just go to, I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Take you somewhere. What about XRP? I'm still a fan of XRP. I still have my 1,788 XRP, which is not the most that anybody has by any means. Um, But yeah, I still have my XRP. I still believe in XRP. Long term, definitely. Short term can have a massive possibility for a gain as well. Um, hey Matt, can you tell me what's going on with Zelda? So the Zelda team just reached out to me this weekend, and I guess they reached out to me from the message that I sent the week prior. I sent a message, I think like five, I don't know, seven, 7 or 10 days ago or something. I sent a message a while ago, and I didn't get a response back. And I guess they haven't. They didn't see that, right? The person didn't see it, and or anybody in the team didn't really see it. Um, but they're still looking to launch on the ETH side. They're just trying to figure out their market conditions. Because every time they seem to launch or do something special, it's always in a downward market. When they decided to go the metaverse route, right, the Zeldaverse route, it was so difficult for anything because there was no volume going into crypto. And if you launch, you spend a lot of money on this project and you launch at the wrong time, you're not going to be able to do anything or, recover from it, and you're kind of just wasting your money at that point. They're trying to find the best point. That's what they told me, is they're trying to find the best point. But I told them, look, there, even though you're trying to figure that out, I think you need to communicate that with everybody. Because while your Telegram, you may be updating people in your Telegram here and there, I still hear that the Telegram, you're not seeing as much information as you expected to see or hear. Um, so I just said, hey, just try and keep people informed a little bit more. And if you do that, I'm sure people will stick with you. But the point is that they can't, if they don't know any information, they're not going to stick with a project that they don't see has a future. So you have to tell them what that future is before they can, kind of assume what the future. 40K Elmo ERC token. Oh, you have 40,000 Elmo ERC. Okay. I'm talking about developer Superman. This is actually really good news. He came back Thursday. Interesting. I'll again have to look at it. Oh, it's your first stream on Kick? Yes, it is my first stream on Kick. You guys want to go and watch? We got 5 viewers on Kick. Throw some chats my way as well. If you're watching over here, throw some chats. I mean, throw something out there. This is the first stream that I have on this platform, and I hear good things about it. So why not? Just put up a logo of all your platforms you're streaming on. I probably should. Um, but that's also, you want to have a link so then people like follow you and subscribe and all that stuff. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the follow button, I don't know if that cost anything or any or anything like that, but feel free to follow. Oh my goodness, I can get uh oh goodness, I can get back into the data for crypto. You can get back into the data for crypto. Hello chat. How are you doing? Hello, welcome in. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. What's up? I'm here too. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting over here on Kick. Again, this is my first stream on Kick. I'm excited about it. I was excited about it as soon as I was like, you know what? I'll stream on Kick as well. I was so excited about it. I want to be able to gain followers and whatever the monetization level is over there, and I just want to continue to stream. I hear you can multi-stream with this versus not being able to multi-stream with Kick and um, earn revenue from it. Are you, is this person talking to themselves, or are you like? Tangle Web Games. Tammy Aunt Tangled. I feel like this might be the same person, but I appreciate you being here. I got Elmo, but why did they pick the puppeteer that was convicted of child molestation? Why did they pick the puppeteer? So Elmo, you're saying, was convicted of that? Um, I don't know. Elmo is probably one of the most popular figures, um, in Sesame Street, right? So I'm sure they picked Elmo because it's very popular, but also I don't even think it's about that. I think it's more about what Elon Musk's nickname is, and that's really where it goes. So if it's Elmo, you're like you want to find a way to um, apply Elmo in there without just showing a picture of Elon Musk. You want to show Elmo, right? Whatever your visual of Elmo is, whether that's Sesame Street Elmo or just whatever illustration you have of Elmo. Do you think Elmo can reach $1 by next year, or will it take longer? So, if we start to see more of a bull run, I think yes, absolutely, because Elmo consistently burns, right? We're seeing more and more burns that are going through, and as we go through different months, we'll see more lump sum burns that are going through as well, not just like buybacks and burns, but like lump sums that come from exchanges that are these buybacks and burns, to see millions upon millions that are coming off. And as we see these lower prices, we're seeing that, right? Because currently, I think we're at about 370 million in total supply. So that's huge. And you're seeing an increase in the amount of holders. But again, it's a big thing. The only things that I would worry about is one, the fact that you want to see more and more transparency and see who these people are as this gets popular. Right now, they probably have day jobs and they can't show who they are, because if they show who they are, then other people can say this is where they work. I want to make sure that they get fired just because I don't like the project, and that's not a good thing. But once you get to a point to where you're making enough money from Elmo, or you have enough money, invested into it, well, then you can quit your job and, work solely on this project and make it better. And that will be 10 times better than where we are today if you have everybody on the team that's solely looking at this project rather than also focusing on a 9 to 5 that they may work. So, again, we want to see that happen, and we want to see them make whatever cells they can make as well. So that contributes to the burn. Um, so, yeah. Yes, buy and hodl if you believe. Yeah, amazing Elmo ERC is scarce. Imagine a bull run. Exactly. So I think Elmo ERC can definitely get to $1. I think it can go a lot further and maybe the first meme coin to reach $1 just because of the potential that it builds. Currently, you would need to see a 300, or at the current circulating supply, a $260 million market cap, which some people may say that's way too high. And you may end up only seeing Elmo at a $100 million market cap. But with the more volume that we end up seeing, the more adoption that we end up seeing with this play, and more, I guess, investing more volume, you start to see that become a reality to hit 100 million, to hit 200 million, to burn off a lot of the supply as certain levels are being reached. Because to be honest, let's say you hit a 20 cent price. That's a 10x for some people. For a lot of people, that may be a 20x for some people as well. You're capturing some of those profits. You take those profits, and now you can see a certain amount that's burning off, whether it's on the DEX side, CEX side, it doesn't matter. All you YouTubers streaming everywhere, asking for followers on those platforms, but as soon as I follow you around the store, I'm weird. I don't know if that's the same. As soon as you follow them around the store. I think that's more of like a selective follow type of thing, not like a not like a an invading space type of follow. There might be a difference. It's like when I'm streaming, I want people to follow me. I want people to listen to me. I want people to interact with me. But when you're in person, like maybe I don't want people to follow me there. It's kind of like how some of the celebrities you'll see maybe don't like to be contacted while they're eating dinner with their family. For me, I don't care. I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity in any way, but I don't care if somebody wants to come up to me and be like, "Hey, I watch your stuff." That's fantastic. I don't get it that often. I can see how if somebody gets it every 2 seconds, it could be annoying. Because you can't have a conversation with your family without someone going, "Hey, I watch your stuff. I love your stuff." Um, Even though it means a lot, it's just some of those people, like I don't even know, um, a very popular person. Let's say Graham Stephan goes out there and walks into like a financial convention. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, "Hey, I watch your stuff. I love your content." And yeah, I know you were kidding. I always go into rants on everything, whether it's a joke or it's super serious. I'm not buying Elmo. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm not telling you you have to buy the position. I'm not telling you that it's a position for you. It could be a position for one person out of 100 people, right? It could be a position for nobody, right? I'm just letting you know of what I'm invested into and what I think about the project. And there's nothing here in this stream saying you have to buy it or that it will be the next best thing since sliced bread. I think it will be something big, but will it be an absolute game changer for everyone? No, because they may end up selling beforehand. They may not even buy it. They may just look at it, right? It's it depends. So I think it will be popular. I think um, it will create some waves, and you'll see other projects that are looking to do the same with the overall tax system and having a lot of different exchanges launch with the taxes associated with it. Um, but we will have to see what the growth is like. I think it will be pretty big, but yeah, I'm not asking anybody to buy it. I'm a smart ass about everything. No, you're good. Midnight from Singapore. I followed you on Elmo. Have you seen the Pepe of China? Um, I don't know what that is. Awaiting the banks in Hong Kong to accept crypto. How do you feel about Elmo? Uh, how you feel about Elmo is how I feel about that position. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. If you think that it's everything that you've been looking for, then go for it. I haven't looked into that position, and I just want to say that I don't expect anybody to follow me onto a position. I expect people to listen to what I would have to say about a certain play. Um, but there's so much more research that could be done, especially when it comes to your strategy. Your strategy is different than mine. While we both buy the same things, I may end up selling a certain amount versus other people. I was just talking to someone today um, about cryptocurrency, about different investments that I had, and how I made $30,000 from Terra Luna Classic, but that was unrealized. And the realized amount that I made was about 4,500. And he was like, "Well, you could have made so much more." And I said the same thing. Yeah, I could have made so much more, but it's not a part of my strategy. While others will take the whole thing, others will take none, and some will do what I did or take maybe a little bit more. Typically, when I see a very, very high amount, I will take a certain percentage. If we're looking at 10 to like 50,000, I may be taking like 10%. Um, if that. if we're looking at 100,000 to 200 or 100,000 to 300, I may end up taking about 20, 30%, something like that, right? I may end up taking something around there. Um, but definitely if we see it up in the range of millions of dollars, I'm finding ways to take half of it, or 30%, depending where it's at, right? If it's at $3 million, of course, I'm going to take 33%, and pocket $1 million there, as well as pay taxes on that money. I'm very tired. I've been moving all day. I need like something. Oops. I do that. Give me a second. I'll answer some of these questions as I get back. Give me 1 second. Let me hit the button for an advertisement. Give me 1 second. I gotta go get something. Has anybody seen the movie Wreck-It Ralph? My best profits are with meme coins. Absolutely. That's what I've been telling people. People always say you have to invest into Ethereum. You have to invest into Bitcoin, or you have to invest into BNB or whatever. There's a lot of great plays, investment wise, and just gains, right? Because that's what we're looking for. We're not looking to change the freaking market. We didn't create Bitcoin. We didn't create Ethereum. And yes, while you want to ride the price on the way up and see, Bitcoin go from a level of 2,000 to 60,000 or 70,000, that would be fantastic to be a part of a project like that. You also want to be able to gain something short term, because that's the idea of investing, is to take money and turn it into more money. It's not about the project, right? Even though we should care about the project, it's more about what your money is turning into. Because let's say we were right and you do see Bitcoin absolutely thrive and go to a whole nother level, create a big use case or whatever, but also the price doesn't run. You're right about the use case, you're right about adoption and all that stuff, but the price remains the same. You're going to be upset because nothing is happening with your investment. It's about money in the end. The crypto bull run is starting with this BlackRock news. What about BlackRock? Give me a second. Uh, BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. The wolf enters the hen house. where is it? Institutional scale Bitcoin investment in America, the dream of many early digital gold asset backers, is becoming a distinct possibility. But for some, an institutional move into Bitcoin is nothing more than a utopian nightmare. We're in a noble battle against the corruption of fiat. Okay. Application for ETF, the largest asset manager in the world, BlackRock, could not have happened at a stranger time in cryptocurrency regulatory history. Just as the SEC is hunting down Coinbase for alleged floating securities laws, BlackRock is requesting the SEC's approval for a spot Bitcoin ETF with Coinbase as its custodial partner. Okay, so that could be interesting. It should be no surprise that BlackRock would choose to work with Coinbase for its ETF, as they have long been strategic partners. Still, the entry of old world wealth into the Bitcoin realm is raising red flags in the community. On a recent on the Margin podcast, Mark Yusko sure expresses some of the fears of handing over the keys, both figuratively and cryptographically, to the institutions. Bitcoin community seems unenthused. While the notion of large-scale, heavily regulated investments entering Bitcoin appears on the surface to be highly bullish for the industry, not everyone is enthused. Concerns about some sort of hostile takeover are swirling in the community. The founder of Morgan Creek Capital Management says the institutional scale crypto custody tool that Coinbase acquired in 2019 could come into regulatory play. There we go. I got it. BlackRock would then hold a significant portion of crypto assets in America. He says, and if they have the bulk of it, regulators could then shut down Coinbase Exchange as an SEC alleged unlicensed casino, and hand I don't know how to say that, a unit over to BlackRock. Huh. Interesting. Short the future. Interesting. Very, very interesting. When are you planning on taking profit on Elmo? When am I planning on taking profit? As it gets up to a certain level, I haven't actually broke it down on when I plan on taking any type of profit, because right now I am profitable. Profitable since the beginning, really. And I don't think it's any time soon. I feel like Elmo can have a lot of strength. I do want to be able to collect probably somewhere around $5,000. So maybe when it hits a total of like $100,000, then yeah, that could be a point where I take $5,000 or $10,000 from that. So probably around that point, but I'm not 100% sure. And if it is, it should be more or less celebrated for people to take profit within a position, because it helps out the next person by decreasing the supply, increasing the price ceiling. So I'm not 100% sure of when I plan on taking any type of profit with Elmo, but I'll probably let you know after the fact of how much I end up taking, not during, because unless it's at, if we're seeing $30 million go through this in a day, or $100 million go through this in a day or something, then I can tell you right away. It all depends how much of an impact my position will have to this play, which I don't think it will have any type of impact Now, looking at millions of dollars and you're looking at a $5,000 transaction, it wouldn't have a massive impact to it. But it would have a massive impact on the amount that you can burn off. This is not letting me read this today. Of course. Wall Street Journal is never gonna let me read anything. Exchange backed by Citadel Securities, Fidelity goes live. So, your thoughts on Fidelity, BlackRock, and Charles Schwab as well? And combined, maybe like $20 trillion investment for those companies for crypto adoption. Yeah, again, I haven't looked into it, but it sounds interesting. But it also sounds kind of sketchy that they're going to start investing into crypto now. It seems like there's a big problem, looking at the stock side of things. It seems like there's a huge problem with the amount of shorts that's going through in certain plays and a lot of plays, especially one being AMC. Can you bring a spreadsheet? Yeah, I can. Eventually. I picked up 1,000 Elmo for $20. If it goes to $1, I will be happy. Yeah, I think it will get there. About 5 banks in total are about to adopt crypto, which doesn't make sense. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Because they're usually so far against it. There's everybody buying their Elmo. Why not, bro? Why doesn't it make sense to you? So you have a lot of these um, bigger institutions that are starting to really, adopt crypto and be heavily invested into crypto in a time to where you're seeing the SEC that's really kind of attacking crypto and saying that things are unregistered securities and that you're violating securities laws and all this other stuff. That makes it very bullish, making me think that crypto is going to survive this and these platforms are going to survive this and there's no issues there. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense how that would be something that could be bullish. But I guess it depends on how you look at it. I don't know. Archives pages on the internet allows you to put in a website with a paywall and the view content without the paywall. Also, what's up, Matt? How you doing? Been a while. Brad, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. They want a lower price, that is why. Buying Elmo on Bitmart is easy and best taxes. That's true. Very, very true. I think it's like 5 or 6% total. A lot of money and people are about to learn. Sorry. A lot of money and people are about to learn about crypto from Old World Wealth jumping in. SEC just fudding to lower the price for the banks. That could also be a strong possibility. Sometimes life gets tough. Cashed out most of my crypto to pay off a house, and now I'm trying to get back into it. I mean, if you're paying off your house, that's freaking fantastic. So, we'll take that any day. They always say that, you have good debt and you have bad debt, but any debt that you have is bad debt, right? If you're paying any type of interest, it's not a good situation, especially on a home. You have a $200,000 home and pay $150,000 in interest over, 30 years. So you're basically paying for that home twice. You can do something simple by lowering it by paying a little bit more each month, or you pay the whole damn thing off. That's fantastic. I'm not gonna say you're making a bad decision by doing that. Yeah, if you paid off your house with your crypto, that means you won. Absolutely. And I like how he said pay off a house, meaning that he probably has multiple houses. And now both of them are paid off, possibly. I'm just assuming. Did you buy an Elmo NFT? I did not, no. Do you think Jasmine coin is a good investment? In the form of making money, I definitely think it's a good investment, as well as understanding, the technology, understanding the Internet of Things sector and how valuable that's going to be. Yeah, of course. I think Jasmine coin is a great play. I have 300,000 Jasmine coin, um, and I believe it has a lot of strength. We can see this go so much further. They are creating an exchange with two other companies. One is paid off, the other one's 75% paid off, selling both homes to buy a larger house to help some family out. Again, it seems like, everything is going pretty well there. Even if you have to sell your crypto, I understand it sucks when you may be selling at the bottom of the market when you feel like things are going to absolutely explode. You want to hold on to it before things run. And that's why right now would probably be a good time to make those moves into it, because we don't know if this is going to be the start to this bull run that we expect to see. And if it is, a lot of these plays that we can see that that may be on the screen right now, you're looking at, ADA at a price of 26 cents. Maybe you can see that up to $2.60. You're looking at a 10x return there. With Dogecoin, you could see some more there. With BNB, you can see some more that's happening there. Um, you know, XRP, Terra Luna Classic, Cosmos, whatever you're holding, you can see the value within those positions and turn that into something way bigger, because we're at the bottom and we're expecting to be at that peak point. So right now, it's still, early stages, looking at a $1 trillion market cap versus a 5 or $10 trillion market cap. So hopefully that's the case and everyone can find a way to profit off of crypto. And this does end up being very, very bullish news for everyone. Elmo buying this nice dip. Good. I've been letting all my stuff stake and earn interest during the bear market. Yeah, I know, but it is tough, right? If you don't have if you have inconsistencies in your income and you need to end up using some of that investment money, it sucks that I felt as though, or I had to use some of that, the investment money, because we spend too much sometimes. And I don't want to pull from my long-term investment accounts, but knows what's going to happen over there. So obviously you don't want to have to do that. You want to make sure that you're in every investment, but it also does show what are my true keeper plays. And my true keeper plays will be, Farm Coin, KRL, Jasmine Coin. You're looking at, CRO, Cosmos that I do have, uh, Shiba Inu, Terra Luna Classic. Those are all of my keeper plays, ones that I'm not selling because I feel as though they can have so much more success moving forward. All right, guys. There's gonna be we're at about an hour here on this stream. So it looks like Fire King is heading out anyways. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. If you have not had a chance to follow me on Kick, please go ahead and follow me on Kick. I want to do a lot more that's over there. I want to stream a lot more by itself, and just I hear the revenue split is really good over there. So I don't know what it takes to become, whatever it is, a partner or monetized or whatever, but we will figure that out. And we'll stream a lot more. Again, the Kick link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat, and you'll be able to sign up there. The platform looks great. In my opinion, it looks great. So, like I said, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does channel. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.